is going to disappear. The primitive people are going to be herded into reservations. A time is going to come where respect for the earth and the resources of the earth is going to disappear. And the exploitation of resources will take precedence over the rights of human beings. When that time comes, Allah's messenger spoke, and he told us about something that will occur on Judgment Day. A very strange Hadith al-Qudsi, repeated 4 times in Sahih Bukhari, 4 times in Sahih Bukhari. How come they don't teach this subject? That on Judgment Day Allah will speak to Adam alayhi salam and will say to Adam alayhi salam, take out the people for the hellfire. And Adam alayhi salam would ask and say, oh Allah, how many are they? And then Allah would reply and say to Adam alayhi salam, out of every 1,000, take 999 for the hellfire. You don't believe me? Huh? Go and read it. It is there in Sahih Bukhari, and it is repeated 4 times from 4 different sources. It is a hadith which is mutawatir. Out of every 1,000, take 999 for the hellfire. I suggest that this is an important subject for us to study, wouldn't you? The companions were terrified. In those days we had hearts that used to shake and shiver, but now we're eating cornflakes. So the companions were terrified. And then he looked at them and he smiled. And he said, good news for you. The one for Jannah would be from you. Meaning, from those who follow the truth. The truth. The religion of Abraham alayhi salam, who follow the law which was sent down. And each law superseded the other law, and the final law came to Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. This does not mean that this is superior to that one. We fast this way, and they fasted that way. This may be a little better, but it does not indicate that that one was bad. ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسها نأتي بخير منها أو مثلها. So those who follow the truth, you are the ones who will go to heaven, the 1 in 1,000. But now listen to what he said. Listen carefully. He said that the 999 would all be the people of Gog and Magog. Gog and Magog. In other words, success in the last age does not lie in numbers. When you see the herd, large numbers moving in that direction, you go in the opposite direction. Because numerical superiority, the 999, that's the hellfire. The 1 for Jannah is only 1. But it also indicates that in the last age, Gog and Magog are going to succeed in getting all of mankind to enter into their embrace. Because he said 999 will be Gog and Magog. So the original Gog and Magog are going to replicate themselves. I use the word carbon copies. And eventually all of mankind will be living one way of life. And it will be a way of life into the hellfire. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said there will be those who will be standing there and inviting you to come to the way of life that will take you into the hellfire. Mankind will follow them. He said it. So the global society, process of globalization, has very sinister connotations attached to it. When Gog and Magog are released into the world, there are many, if you'll allow me to use this word, there are many footprints by which we would be able to recognize them when they're released into the world. But before we go to looking for the footprints, let us go to the Prophet ﷺ in Medina. He is asleep. And in his sleep he has a ru'ya, a vision. And whatever he saw in that vision was terrible. Oh my gosh. Whatever he saw in that vision was really terrible. Because he woke up from the sleep with his face flushed red. Something terrible is coming. But the Arab will suffer the most. The Arab. Woe unto the Arabs. Wailul lil Arab. Min sharrin qad iktaraba. Because of a great evil which will now embrace them eventually. And then he raised his hands like this and said, today a hole has been made in the radam of Zulkarnain, of Ya'juj and Ma'juj. Rad. The barrier. Or the dam. You have a dam and you build something to keep the water, then it becomes a dam. Today a hole has been made in that barrier built by Zulkarnain. And this is repeated in the Qur'an, in the Hadith, 8 times, this Hadith. It is also mutawatir, Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. It is muttafaqun alayh, indicating that in the lifetime of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, not only was Dajjal released, but also that Gog and Magog was released. The barrier was brought down in the lifetime of the Prophet. Well then, if they are brought down, the barrier is brought down and Gog and Magog are released, then we should be looking for footprints, Footprints. Well, let's leave Surah al-Kahf and go to the other parts of the Qur'an, searching for the ayat on Ya'juj and Ma'juj. And we find in Surah Al-Anbiya only one more reference to Gog and Magog, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about a town. Remember the town? And he had destroyed the town, punished it by destroying it, and then expelled the people of the town. وَحَرَامٌ عَلَى قَرْيَةٍ أَهْلَكْنَاهَا. And then he banned the people of the town, that they could never return to reclaim that town as their own. أَنَّهُمْ لَا يَرْجِعُونَ. They are in a state of permanent exclusion, banned from returning to that town. Hatta, until when? Hatta إذا فتحت